fuck it, we're going. I forgot how to count. Hey, what's up, guys? It's the OG Gamrz. Skeeter.
Reaper God of War.
I think we're gonna have to shorten that to Reaper. Just for this channel.
We can do Reaper.
Just that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. We are playing an OG classic for Game Boy Advance, because OG Pokemon would be like Pokemon Red or something. But
oh god, I played those too.
Yeah, we're playing good old Pokemon Leaf Green.
Green.
This was my first Pokemon game on Game Boy Advance. I remember getting this for my birthday. This and Fire Red. I didn't realize they were both pretty much going to be the exact same game. I remember it though, because like the box was like metallic, shiny, you know, and
the holographic emblem on the cartridge.
You remember because it was the green cartridge and but you remember the other cool part, the wireless adapter that came with it.
Yep.
So that way you could trade Pokemon wirelessly, which eventually became like a huge thing with like the DS and everything. But I remember that little green wireless adapter and the little triggers on the side of it to clip it in and everything. And I had 2 of those, but I never had people to trade with. So, but yeah. So no. You got to name them asshole. Wait, we got to think of a fucking name.
Hang on.
How many? Wait, can we put Puss Licker? How much spaces do we have?
Nah, it's...
Deffic?
The fuck?
No, name him Fucker. No, name him Pussy Licker. No, name him Fucker. Or... You can't just put, like...
It's touchy on the senses. We might be able to.
Yeah, it's an emulation. We're adults. Faggot. No, that's homophobic. Can't do that. No, just make it ass. Or like, no, like as an ass, like spell ass the right way. No, let me fit the name. I'll fit the name.
Yeah. Yes, we're very immature. Queef. He is a queef, little shithead. I always hated this guy. Like, literally, I went out of my way to overpower my Pokemon just so I could, like, one-shot all of his.
I sucked because I picked Venusaur, and I maxed him out. So I had, like, level 76 Venusaur. I only got halfway through the game because 76 Venusaur, he would die, and then everything else was, like, level 2.
See, what I do is when I get my main group, I'll level them up, and then I won't touch anything else. Oh, this is back when NES was still popular.
NES?
Yeah, because they have the NES in here.
Oh, well, that's just because of Nintendo.
Because remember, the newer ones had the GameCube.
That's weird, though, because this game came out in 2004.
Yeah.
Or was it 5? No, it would have been 4.
Yeah, it's 2004, but right here's the NES. You can even tell it's the NES. Yeah. Leave me alone, Ma. I don't care about you. Go to the lab. I gotta admit, we should do more 8-bit games.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
It looks great.
Well, then, the nice thing about the Game Boy...
Only fucker.
The nice thing about the Game Boy Advance is everything's pretty much a port of the Super Nintendo. But it actually... Like, I watched an awesome video that the Game Boy Advance is pretty much a portable Super Nintendo, but it actually has a better processor. And we get a better resolution with the GBA than we do with when we're emulating NES and NES.
Too bad you don't have BlueStacks, because we could do this on Twitch. That's that app I was telling you about, BlueStacks?
Oh, we can stream.
Oh, can we?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'd have to set it up, and it'd be a issue. We can do that if we make this a monthly thing. Let's see. We'll get all the we'll get the buzz going to this pre-recorded video. You know, you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and then for those that are subscribed to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, you'll always be the first ones to know when we're when the OG Gamers, when we're doing our very rare live streams on Twitch, on our Twitch channel. And maybe we can make this one of our live stream series. I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Do the we'll end up running through all the Pokemon, I have a feeling.
Definitely make a big thing out of it. I mean,
I gotta go with the OG Squirtle, because if I go Charmander, the first boss, or the first gym leader's gonna kick my ass.
Man, it's Leaf Green. You gotta go Bulbasaur.
No.
Nobody goes Bulbasaur.
Nobody likes Bulbasaur.
I was the only kid that went Bulbasaur.
Oh, it's male.
Oh, we got more spaces. Pussy Licker. No, Queef Puncher.
Yes. Where's the Q? There it is.
And you were making fun of me for not knowing the alphabet.
Fuck you.
We went to public school.
Queef Punch.
It's funny because your Pokemon's Queef Punch and he's Queefer.
Because that Pokemon gonna whoop his ass.
Ass whooping. Wait, fucker.
We're gonna have too much fun with this.
Oh, this game's gonna be fucking amazing. I'm already enjoying this more than I probably should. Rival Queefer. It's never gonna get old.
Nope. Have I ever had a Pokemon battle? Let's see. Yes? Yeah, dipshit, leave me alone. The tutorials make you feel so stupid when you're like, dude, I already know how to do this, let me go.
Although I feel like Squirtle's still a pretty sexy name.
Squirtle? Yeah, Squirter.
Oh, you don't say. Oh, shit. Mike's picking us up good, and you guys get to see our pretty faces. We're in lovely southern
Michigan.
Michigan, California.
Michigan.
Because they don't need to know where we're from. I mean, I've already told them I'm from Kalamazoo. But we live in the good old mighty mitten. We're like 15 minutes from Ohio, 10 minutes from Indiana right now. And we could drive about 5 minutes from here and run into Amish.
Not even. We have Amish down the road.
Oh, I know. I literally back there. If you know that big blue house on the hill with like the red tree fort and everything in the yard, that's where I grew up. That red tree fort. Yeah, my grandpa built that red tree fort for us.
Huh.
Yeah, so that big blue house on the hill. That was my house growing up. And that little tree fort with like the windows and the little yellow swirly slide.
Whee!
Like, have you seen it and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up there. That was my childhood home. Because, yeah, when you sent me the address, I Google mapped it, I looked at it, I'm like...
Oh!
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. But, yeah, good old... I guess, so I was in Camden the other day. Or not the other day, I guess. It was like a month ago, visiting my mom. And, you know what I see? Fucking Amish, like, one of the buggies rolled by, had a jet ski rope, and the fuckers on rollerblades going through downtown Camden.
They know how to have fun.
Oh, God, they do. They really do. Like, I love the Amish. They're, like, the nicest, but some of the just weirdest people you'll ever meet.
We passed a house, like an actual house, and they had like a garage, and the horse was sitting out front, and inside the garage was the buggy. So like, he didn't have a barn or anything, but he had a garage for his buggy. It was great.
Now, could you have made Queef Punch a girl?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately. This one doesn't have, like, where you can, I don't have any Pokeballs. I guess it's just me whooping your ass.
Yeah, you just started the game.
Well, the newer ones, because I have an emulator on my phone. For the newer one, they will give you Pokeballs.
Yeah.
Hey, I used to rock out to this music, okay?
We recorded a Bomberman Hero
Oh my gosh.
last night, and which I'm pretty sure will be released before this video. Who knows?
You never know with us.
Yeah, you never know with us because fuck you. But yeah, we did Bomberman Hero, which I've never really played. I've seen Dorkly videos for it, like the old NES version, like the top-down view, and dude, it had like a fucking sick beat, like techno beat, and it was like like fucking for an N64 game. Like I'm like, damn.
Bomberman always had a good soundtrack with it. Always. That was like the best part about the game.
Like I was jamming out.
Another reason why I chose a water type, they tend to grow a lot faster than the other ones.
See, I didn't know that. See, I haven't played Pokemon since I was like 10 years old.
Dude, I still play Pokemon. I will admit that fully.
Like I had Pokemon Go because when Pokemon Go first came out, the camp. Funny enough, the camp I worked at last summer, but the summer before when Pokemon Go came out, the bell at the center of the camp was a Pokestop, and you'd get a lot of eggs and everything. Did you know what I caught in the back trails? And I was and because I had T-Mobile, everybody else had Verizon, and Verizon usually gets a signal everywhere. It was one of those, but the forest trails with T-Mobile is the only one that got a signal. They didn't. You know what I caught in those back trails? Dragonite.
Seriously?
Yeah, but I didn't realize how good it was, and I left it at a gym when I was up in Niagara Falls in Canada. And I don't think I can get it back unless I go there. I don't know. I haven't played Pokemon Go in a while. Yeah.
Every time I say Canadian, I cannot say Canada without fully thinking about it. Because I will always say Canada.
I think that's my fault because I used to say Canada all the time in high school. I probably fucked you up.
Sorry, that whole country's amusement park.
I gotta say, I've been in... that summer I went to Niagara Falls on both sides. Like the beginning of the summer I went on the Canadian side, and at the end of the summer I did a mission trip in upstate New York, and at the end of it we drove by and went to the American side. And it may sound biased, but I actually have to say the American side, for me personally, is better because it's not as touristy. It's an actual like state park and everything, and it's really pretty. On the Canadian side, you feel like you're walking through a fucking fair. Like there's fucking like wax museums and like haunted houses and like just rides everywhere, like a total tourist trap and just very gimmicky. And I mean,
I feel like that's the whole country though, where people are living. It's just a fucking tourist trap. Like, don't get me wrong, Canada is awesome.
I guess it just because Canada's fucking huge. Like there are some parts of Canada where it's almost like it's just a huge Hillsdale. Like there's just nothing but fields and like just nothing. I don't know. It's just Niagara was weird, but Ontario was cool. I love being in Canada. Out of all the countries I've been to, I think Canada's probably one of the coolest.
Other than England, huh?
Yeah, I mean, England's probably gonna be my favorite, but yeah, England's pretty cool. Definitely want to go back. I'm hoping to honeymoon there if we can get the money. It'll be nice because like. With having family over there, I don't have to worry about like hotels and shit. But yeah, it's expensive. It's like $2,000 just for one ticket.
Jesus.
Round trip, yeah. Not to mention the exchange rate sucks because the American dollar just isn't worth much. It's getting a little bit better, but
yeah.
I know when we went there, it was almost like a pound was almost
$2.
Yeah. Like I think it was like $1.60 or $1.75. Like it was almost $2. Like it was.
When I get donations, because my Y-Spot for some odd reason turns it into euros. So like the biddies are $1 for every 100.
Yeah.
And somebody will donate like 300 biddies, and then they'll say, "This person donated in euros," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. It's weird because England, I think, just left the EU as well, like last year, and
What are they using now? Just regular pounds? And
Yeah,
stuff?
I think just pounds because I know when I was over there, I didn't buy anything with euros. Everything was pounds.
I know India. One of my viewers from India, Appy. Appy's awesome. But he was telling me about how because they took out a few of the major bills that they were using, like the 50,000 pound or 50,000 ruble, and something else.
Yeah.
And like the reason they did it was because the country has a huge problem with
Like counterfeiting.
counterfeiting, and he said when they did that, everybody was a little irritated because they would go to use that money, and they literally took it without short notice. Like you didn't know it was gonna happen.
Yeah. They just took it out of circulation.
Yeah.
So like all the old ones that had been printed, like the legitimate ones, they just weren't worth anything, or
Nope. You couldn't buy it, couldn't use it, couldn't get them for ATMs.
See, that's weird because like in America, because most people know about the $2 bill.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Most people, but there's some people that are like, "What is this?"
Yeah, but no, $2 bill is like official U.S. currency. You can use it. But there's also like a $1,000 bill.
Really?
Yeah, like it's either $1,000 or $10,000 bill. Because I think it was like the Rockefellers, like in the early 1900s, like they had them printed by the Treasury, and there's only like 100 in existence, and I don't even know if there's any left. But I'm pretty sure it is like $1,000 or $10,000 bill or something like that. But I know there's a bill that's larger than $100 that is out there. Probably in a museum, probably at the Smithsonian or some shit like that. But I do know that there's larger than 100 bills.
Dude, I totally want to go to the Smithsonian.
When I worked at the Air Zoo is part of like the organization, like the Smithsonian Institute or whatever. And so the membership I had there, I could go to like any Smithsonian museum in the world and shit like that. And yeah, I definitely want to go to this because there's I can't remember what it's like Uvar Hazy or something. Like there's a airplane museum in D.C. But I was lucky enough. I actually went to the National Museum of the United States Air Force in Dayton, Ohio, because the weekend that I went to meet Rachel's parents, because they live like an hour south of Dayton, so we went to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base and the Air Force Museum, and that's cool because that place has like every single generation, like pretty much every plane. So it's like much larger than the Air Zoo, and so it wasn't quite as interactive as the Air Zoo, but it was still cool because they had all the different planes and shit like that. And they, like I got to see a lot of planes like I worked with when I was in the Air Force. You know, we saw like the C-130 and everything. It was cool because it was a C-130 gunship, and it had a bunch of camels on the side. And Rachel's mom was like, "What do all the camels? Like, what are the camels for? You know, like hit markers, you know." And Rachel's dad, he was a munitions specialist in the Navy. Did 20 years in the Navy. You know, was an NCO and everything, like 20 years, you know, so he's seen shit, you know, he's deployed a few times, and we just look at each other and kind of start laughing, and we're just like, well, it's not for shooting camels.
No, and it's not a...
And, like, it was awesome because the plane, it was called the Azrael Angel of Death, and so she was like, you know, what do the camels mean, what does Angel of Death mean, and I looked up a picture of, you know, where it has, like, all the tracers going off from every single side of it and everything. I showed her a picture, and I'm like, yeah, these are the planes that I'd work with, and
about to say, if you have that thing coming at you, you should probably find somewhere that can handle bombs, big ass rounds.
No, you're fucked. And it was cool because that plane was that bird was right across from the A-10 Warthog.
Oh, Bert.
Yeah, Bert. And and it was cool because they had the Warthog, and then they had the gun next to it.
Oh, the gun that lines the whole plane.
Yeah, like they build the plane around the gun. It was pretty much like, we have this big gun. What vehicle should we mount it on? Let's just build a plane around it. Okay.
I can't believe they wanted to take the Warthog out of service. I'm like, no.
It's because it's old, and the Air Force is fucked up because all the planes, like we had these private contracts with like Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and all that shit.
Ooh.
And Boeing and Lockheed Martin, they have the Air Force like in a fucking grip hold. And that's why the Air Force is more of a bureaucracy and a corporation than a military branch. And because their whole thing is, they want the F-35 to be the all-in-one fighter, but the A-10 is just everybody loves it. Every branch loves it. Marines love the A-10. When they call in air support, like the A-10 is just the go-to.
That's what they want to see, because once the enemy sees that, they know you ain't running.
I mean, they're cheap to fix, they're cheap to maintain, cheap to produce.
How are you missing?
And they last. And so, Warthog is. I love Warthogs. I love working with Warthog. Warthog pilots are the coolest, craziest motherfuckers you're ever gonna meet. And I love working with them. They had a B2 Spirit there and a B1, B1B Lancer. They had the F-117, which was the F-117 is cool because it's like the first kind of stealth fighter, and that was my favorite plane growing up. And I remember my dad telling me stories about when he went in the Air Force in the mid to late 80s. His first assignment was Nellis in Las Vegas, which an uprange of Nellis is what civilians know as Area 51. And the Air Force is just called uprange or Groom Lake. And he actually got to see the F-117 Nighthawk being tested before the public knew about it. And my dad would tell me stories about like the prototype planes that he would see and stuff like that, and how he'd see the Nighthawk and all that. And I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then getting to see it, because unfortunately they decommissioned it, I think about 7 years before I went in, so I never got to see the F-117. But so getting to see it at the museum was really cool.
I bet you got to see a lot of the good stuff from the museum.
Oh yeah, they had everything, and then working at the Airsie was cool too, because like we had the last SR-71B in existence, which was the SR-71 trainer.
Is that a bomber?
No, SR-71 was the surveillance one. X-Men, that plane.
Oh,
but the SR-71,
the Blackbird.
Yeah, Blackbird. The SR-71 that we have at the Airsie was the most photographed Blackbird of all time. And I'm pretty sure it's also the LA Speed Check Blackbird. Which have you ever heard that story?
No.
The LA Speed Check was so like these guys were flying the Blackbird doing a training mission, like over California and Nevada and all that, and they're on the communication with Air Traffic Control Tower in Los Angeles because that was the closest tower, and so they heard all the other planes, like little Cessna planes, like prop planes, like asking for ground speed readings, and then this hotshot Navy pilot who was in his F-18, he's just like, he's trying to be all big bad pissing contest, what's my ground speed rating, and Tower's like, LA Tower to Hornet, their ground speed rating is 400 knots, whatever ground speed. So the Blackbird, the co-pilot gets on the radio and is like, Tower, can we get a ground speed reading? LA Tower to whatever, your ground speed rating is 2,000 knots.
Fuck you, Navy pilot.
Or some shit like that. Like I don't even know.
When you want to show up the Navy.
Yep.
Just kind of like those ones that just recently got grounded for air drawing a dick in the sky.
Air Force actually just got busted for that. They did the same thing at Ramstein in Germany. Yeah.
Wouldn't you have bigger balls?
Yeah, no, and because Rachel, coming from a Navy family, I always give her shit for the Navy and all that, and her dad and I will kind of go back and forth. And
well, at least it wasn't Coast Guard.
See, I got a lot of respect for the Coasties because I've seen videos of like their training and stuff. It's actually pretty intense, but
ironically, my mom's new boyfriend, he is a Coastie, or he was a Coast Guard.
Good old Coast Guardsmen.
Mm-hmm.
Good old puddle pirates.
Well, he's one of the top demolition experts in the United States.
Nice.
He makes buku bucks.
That's one good thing about the military is if you work with anything with like munitions, security, firefighting, medical, or like anything with flight line or vehicles, you're set up. It's like when I got out, I got my associate's degree in airway science and like aerospace safety management. I could go to like any airport and be making six figures.
Damn.
I mean, not anymore because I'm not certified anymore. Like it's expired because I never bothered to
Recertified.
Yeah, and I'd have to go through a bunch of hoops with the FAA and shit like that. But and I'm pretty sure now that since I get help from the VA for like the anxiety and all that, I can't do it anyways. But I have no desire to because it's a stressful job. But yeah, I mean, I had a college degree before I was even 19, really. Like I think I was turning 20 by the time I finished it, and I got that all just through basic training in tech school, and I didn't have to pay a single cent. And I was also able to get other credits too to work towards my bachelor's degree. And, but yeah, no, I mean that's the thing. If you do the military right, it's not always about doing the fucking cool ass jobs. Trying to be fucking Captain America, GI Joe. Fucking Call of Duty.
We.
If you actually go in the military with a solid plan, like you can definitely set yourself up pretty well. But my recruiter, funny enough, he was EOD, so a demolitions expert, and that's kind of what Rachel's dad did too, being a munitions expert or specialist, was dealing with kind of the big guns on the battleships and the destroyers and shit like that.
The fun stuff.
Yeah. And also prepping guns that were ready to be decommissioned and like sent to museums. Like
big bada booms.
Yeah. So I found out an interesting fact. So anytime you see like big guns from old battleships, like at a museum or whatever, or like shit, even in Hillsville at the courthouse, that that gun down the barrel, they pour concrete down it.
Yep. So it can't be used anymore.
Yep. But you can. There's actually a way to take the concrete out so you can use it again, because he also had to do that. Or he didn't do it personally because he was high ranking enough that he,
You do it.
Yeah, he would tell people kind of what to do, But the thing, but when he started out though, he was doing the hard work. That's just how it works out. Once you get to E5, E6, you're kind of a pencil pusher. But in most jobs, not all of them, everything's different. Before I get people,
I was about to say, Patton, all the way up to General, he was on front lines.
Yeah, no, and that's why people love General Mattis too, because he was
he's a badass. That's it.
Yeah.
He gives no shits.
Mattis, Mad Dog would lead from the front. He was a man among boys, and he's a great leader.
Well, the thing about because I was watching some history stuff, because I got the History Channel on my Amazon. Patton was an egotistical guy. He had a huge ego. He didn't like to retreat. He didn't like to. He was more of a push through at all costs kind of guy.
Oh, and just win at all costs because he wanted to bomb the fuck out of Korea too during the Korean War.
Well, he got in trouble because there was a battle-shocked soldier from World War II. He slapped him, and apparently the media got a hold of that, and he got in trouble to a point where he was withdrawn from battle.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta be careful, with that something, but yeah, there was a.
That was before PTSD was a thing.
Yeah, there's a famous Air Force general, Curtis Bombs Away LeMay.
Bombs away with a name like that.
Yeah, he was General Chief of Staff in the '60s, and his whole thing was we just need to fucking nuke all of Russia, nuke China, nuke Vietnam, nuke Korea, just nuke them all to kingdom come. I think one of his quotes is, "If I see the enemy's master plans for the attack, I'm gonna knock the shit out of them before they even knew what was coming."
Oh,
and that's the.
I know what you're talking about because his quote is on one of my favorite songs.
Yep, the Warriors, and that's the nature of war. If you kill enough of them, they'll stop fighting.
And that's true.
And he actually was parodied in I think it's a Stanley Kubrick film. It's called Dr. Nobody or something, and about the crazy general that pretty much wanted to nuke the world, and essentially that's supposed to be General LeMay. But yeah, a lot of those general chiefs of staff in like the 50s and 60s, a lot of them, they just wanted to nuke everything. Like Patton wanted to nuke North Korea, and he's just like, they'd all have to retreat to the south, and at that point they'd be too scared to try spreading communism to the south and the north. The Chinese wouldn't be able to get into North Korea because it'd be a nuclear wasteland. It'd be contaminated for the next 600 years.
I was about to say, yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
And it's just...
I don't know, though. Hiroshima and Nagasaki is starting to come back.
Well, yeah, but the atomic bombs were nothing compared to the nukes that we had. Shit, just 5 years later.
Right?
You know, it's crazy. I mean, war does bring out the best in engineering, or it brings about engineer like industrial revolution, pretty much like technical revolution, evolutions, whatever.
The problem with humans is we're always finding better ways to kill each other.
Yeah. You know. I mean, it's crazy, just absolutely crazy that in order to make huge advances in technology, that you need something as fucked up as war. But because General Norman Schwarzkopf, who was he was like the general of all armed forces in Iraq and Kuwait during the first Gulf War in the early '90s. He was one of his quotes is any soldier worth his salt hates war, but will always be prepared to fight. And I think that's perfect too, because everybody thinks that everybody in the military are all a bunch of baby killers and you just want to fuck shit up and all that. But
no, don't get me wrong. There are members of the military that are like that. That's the only reason they're in the military is go bada boom.
And most of them are fucking like desk jockeys too. And then they get out and they work out all the time. They wear the fucking like, oh, I'm a veteran badass t-shirts and everything. I'm not gonna say grunt style t-shirts because I love grunt style, but a lot of those veteran douchebags do wear grunt style shirts. Or the 9-line apparel or whatever, and they're all like hard charger, full moto and everything. And it's just like, so what'd you do? Well, it was a 21 Echo. Like, what the fuck's that? Fucking, logistical munitions specialist.
I was about to say logistics.
Yeah, logistical munitions, like special forces logistics. Okay, so
you type shit out for the special forces.
Yeah, like you type up the orders for them or some shit. Yeah, but it's still special forces. Just because it's in the name doesn't.
No, you sit your ass down. You were not a badass.
I mean, it's like
and you can always tell the difference between them men and the guys that were really badasses.
Well, and pretty much like my whole thing is like, if you're humble about it, it doesn't matter what you did in the military. You're a badass, in my mind. Like no matter what you did, as long as you're just not a dick about it. I mean, most veterans, we're all just down to earth, like whatever. Like when people ask me what I did, I'm always just gonna be like, I sat behind a desk. I was an E3.
Well, not if you ask them.
Yeah. But like I always just tell people, I'm like, dude, I was an E3 and I just filled out flight plans and got coffee, and I only did the actual description of my job, like for a few hours each week. Most of the time it was just getting coffee for the NCOs and filling out paperwork, and then screwed up my knee, and then that was all she wrote. So, but I still got to see some badass shit though. I mean, like,
right?
Seeing all those planes and stuff, and getting to see the world and getting out of my hometown for a bit.
Unfortunately, Reaper is a 4F. Otherwise, Reaper would have been a Marine.
It's all right, man. Out of all the people that I know that, because, like, nothing pisses off a bit more than those people that are like, oh, I would have joined, but, like, you actually have a legitimate reason. And I know for a fact you would have joined and you would have kicked ass. I mean, you may not have been, like, fucking, like, in your face special forces or whatever. Cause I don't think...
I probably would have never made special forces, but I'd be a Marine.
Yeah. Like, you definitely, like, I know for a fact you definitely would have done something.
Speaking of which, you saw that jacket that was sitting in the back of my computer chair, right?
No.
Well, I found that at a thrift shop. It is a dress green Army Vietnam. The Marne. You know the unit, the Marne?
Yeah.
The Marne's Rock. It's a jacket from that. So it was on the back of a badass. It used to be a badass's jacket. Because the Marne, they were in World War II. I don't actually, it might be a World War II jacket. I'm not sure. Did they use dress greens?
Yeah, dress greens have always been around. Yeah.
So probably World War II. Has all the original stuff. It's only missing an A button. And I found it sitting in the corner upstairs of a thrift shop. Somebody had tried to hide it so they could come back and get it later. But I was like, nope, that's mine. It even has a hat. You know how rare it is to find the hat with it?
You know not to wear it though, right?
Duh.
Okay.
I'm going to get a nice little case for it and hang it up.
get that butt and yeah, do it up and shit. It'd be really awesome. Maybe try to find a family that.
I would love to, but the fact that the era that it's from, and that there's no personal identifiers for it.
Look for a laundry mark.
Doesn't have anything.
Because
I looked. Trust me, I did. I was like,
because I could take a look at it too. Because
go ahead and go get it.
Yeah. Well, I'll do it after. Although if it's World War II, I don't know if because Social Security wasn't really because laundry marks are just first letter, like first initial of your last name, last word of your social. At least in the Air Force, we did laundry marks and everything. But either that or I mean, we could at least get that button and donate it to a museum or something. Once you're done with it, but I think it's awesome that you picked it up though, because I mean, you're definitely going to give it the respect and the TLC it deserves. And
I have nothing but respect for our armed forces.
Yeah.
They're the reason why I'm able to do what I do and do it freely.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, out of everybody I know that, I'm not even going to put you in the group of, the I would have joined,
I sit back and I laugh at them. I'm like, what is your reason for not joining? Well, I had a kid. Okay. You know how many military members have kids? Well, I was about to get married. Okay, get married. Then go join.
I knew so many people that they were in basic training when their wife was giving birth. It's
all about the sacrifice, man. You want to do that stuff, you got to give up some stuff.
But and I'll also say to each their own. It's not for everybody, and and honestly, if you didn't want to join because you're having a kid or you're gonna get married, then that's fine. But just don't be one of those well, I was gonna join.
No.
Use that as a a badass card. And you can be a badass without being in the military. Same as you can be an absolute douchebag and have been in the military.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter what your title is, what your name is, what your gender or race is. An asshole's an asshole. We all got them.
I hate everybody equally.
Exactly. Yeah, fuck everyone.
As General Mattis would say, be kind and courteous and respect everyone you meet, but have a plan to kill them.
Yep. And always carry a knife just in case there's cheesecake.
There you go. Cheesecake. That sounds good right about now. And that's why I'm fat.
You and me both, bud.
Shut up, you skinny fuck.
No, I'm getting there, man. It's like as soon as I got out the Air Force, it's just like no more PT. So all that muscle mass from like my biceps and everything, it just went straight to my gut. Because I was drinking a fuck ton, but I was also working out all the time, so it kind of balanced out. Man, I hate looking at pictures of myself when I was in the Air Force. Kind of just like, oh, you sexy son of a bitch. You're laughing at me, aren't you?
I hate looking at pictures from like 5 years back when I was working out all the time. I was eating right. I looked good. I had abs. And then I look at myself now and I'm like, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Yeah. Like,
jiggle.
I hate going to the gym because they always put the mirrors in front of the treadmill.
Ah!
So I'm running. And my titties are bouncing. Yeah, I got fucking titties. Like I'm gonna have to fucking get a sports bra. Like it feels weird, and I like ask Rachel. I'm like,
do they bounce too much?
I'm like, how do you deal with that? Like she's like,
deal with what?
Like dealing with your titties bouncing. She's like, not work out.
Not work out.
She is.
I don't want to be slapped in the face.
Yeah, she is not a. She's just not into athletic. She's super fit. Like she's tiny, but she does not like.
She has the metabolism of a god.
Pretty much, yeah. She's a tiny little thing, but we're not going to be doing any 5Ks together. She would kill me if I signed us up for a 5K. But,
yeah, hey honey, guess what we're doing?
Yeah.
The fuck you think?
Yeah. For revenge, once we have kids, she'd sign me up for one of those fucking pregnancy yoga courses or some shit.
Oh god. Pass on that one.
And I mean, I've stared death straight in the face, but that woman, when she gets, there's that. I mean, you're married, there's that. You know about the look.
Oh, I get that all the time. There's times where I'll intentionally draw that look out. I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted.
But here's the thing, and you and I are stubborn as shit. But when it comes down to it, and like there's the look, and then there is like the absolute nuclear, like the look where even a stubborn asshole like you and me, where it's just like, oh shit,
whoops,
like you know, like I'm sure like there have been times where Sierra, you know, and it's something with women, but because Rachel doesn't, I'm sure Sierra's done it. Like there's got to be at least one look where even you're like, oh shit, okay, I'll do what you want. You know, well,
it's rare, but yes.
Yeah, it's rare. Like with Rachel, it's only ever happened, I think, like once, but it put the fear of God in me.
It takes a lot to put the fear of God in me.
Yeah,
I'm a super stubborn man.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like you and I are stubborn as shit, but you know, every woman has it. There's always that one, like it's like the absolute nuclear. You know, like the
oh no,
like the president with the red button. You know.
Yeah,
it's that nuclear option, but
yeah, somebody needs to take that button away from him.
But there is that look, and we're lucky because they don't do it often. But
I don't know. Sierra has her moments where it doesn't even take much, and she's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and I'm like, "Please."
Well, I mean, you're also an asshole, so
yes. You poisoned me. You're a dick, sir.
But yeah, no, for Rachel, it's just that one look, but she can put the fear of God in it. She puts up with a lot, though. She puts up with my asshole jokes about the Navy and shit, and I make jokes about her being allergic to gluten, like she has celiac, so she has to be gluten-free and all that.
Oh, God, that would suck.
It's actually kind of awesome, though.
No pizza?
No, well, gluten-free pizza. She's been.
It tastes like booty, though.
No, she knows all the good stuff. Like, I've had gluten-free pizza and all that. There's this one brewery by us called Latitude, and they make a really good gluten-free pizza. But it's actually kind of a good thing, though, because I know she's never going to steal my food.
Yeah. Let me tell you what. Once you're married, nothing is safe.
Yeah. But
she keeps trying to steal this shirt from me, and I'm like, no, that is the one shirt you cannot take from me.
Rachel doesn't exactly steal my clothes, like, but she kind of just like
probably because your shirts would be like a fucking nightgown.
Well, and here's the thing: she'll just keep wearing them when she comes over, and like, and she'll make it known that she's been wearing them over and over, and I'll be like, "Do you want to keep that shirt?" No, I don't. You know, it's your shirt. Like, I don't want. I'm like, I never wear it. Just take it. Oh, are you sure?
Are you sure? Yeah, I'll take it.
You know, it's like I gave her all my Air Force shirts and everything, and because I mean they're a little bit smaller anyways because they're shrunk. But yeah, no, she's taken some of my hoodies and my shirts, and you know, only thing she can't take really is my underwear. But I mean, I'm waiting.
Yet.
Yeah, and once we're married, but
my biggest defense about Sierra taking this shirt is you'll leave your boob imprints, because ladies, the thing about wearing men's shirts is we don't have titties.
Sure.
Fuck you. Alright, I don't have big enough titties like my wife.
Add it in. If you want to subscribe,
get out of here. Fuck you.
I'm also like the only person in the world that could probably get away with it.
Yeah, I probably would have punched somebody now.
Man, I've been fucking with you for what, like 10 years now?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Can't believe it's been that long. I know, you're gonna faint.
But,
oh, no, you're not. Maybe I can save you.
Yeah, no, but I gotta say, like, I'm happy to be getting married and everything, and,
It's an experience.
Yeah.
A lot of shit will change.
Like, and it's awesome though, because like we got engaged pretty quick. Like we'd only been together for like 4 or 5 months, but already we're gonna be hitting a year in July, and but I mean I just and we're everybody thinks we're total opposites and stuff, and we kind of are on the outside looking in, but I mean we just match up. It works together, and I'm sure you know with Sierra, like even with opposite personalities, when it really comes down to it, like. It's just you complement each other, like you fill in each other's gaps, and and it's a beautiful thing. And I mean, I've never met somebody who could like just fix everything. I could be having the shittiest week ever, and then I got to drive 5 hours to see her. By the time I get down there, it's like Friday night. It's too late to do anything,
But the moment you see her, it's like everything goes away.
Exactly. So, and really, and this is the shitty thing. So she goes to school in Indianapolis. So I get out of work at 5 on Friday. I get down there at 9. She'd have to go to bed. I'd have to go to one of her friends' dorm rooms because you can't have co-ed sleeping there with it being a Catholic school. and wake up the next morning. So we only have Saturday, so we spend like 12 hours together, and then I have to leave Sunday morning, drive 5 hours back. So really, it's like only once a month you get to spend 12 hours together. But I could be having the shittiest week at work or shittiest week with like roommate, work, family, whatever, and have to do that 10-hour round trip for just 12 hours of hanging out. But this is just worth it. And I was just like, shit, if I can get this for the rest of my life, I'll do it. And I ended up driving down to my mom's for my birthday, and I ended up asking my mom, like, hey, can I have your old engagement ring? Because my parents were divorced, and even my mom was supportive of it. My mom's never been.
Well, that means you found a good one.
Yeah.
Don't fuck it up, boy.
Because, like, my mom, Mom, Mitchell, and Amy already met Rachel and everything, and they loved her, and even though she was, like, super quiet and shy. Like, that's the thing, like, when I bring her down to meet you guys, she's going to be super shy and not talk. It's not because she doesn't like it. She's just really, really shy. But, yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, I love her to death, so. And she puts up with my fucked up sense of humor, and,
Which you do have a fucked up sense of humor.
Yeah. But I make her laugh and I piss her off, but yeah, I'll piss her off, but it'll still she'll still smile. Like if I say something really fucked up that'll like piss her off, but I'll be like, "Oh, you smiled, I'm off the hook."
I win. Bye.
But no, she's great. I love her. Love her to death. Greatest woman ever. And,
well, if she's getting with you, yeah, she's has to be a saint.
Yeah, she's gotta be a special kind of either stupid or crazy. But no, she's awesome. I love her. So yeah, no, getting married, it's awesome. And wedding planning, I mean, it's had its stressful moments, but we've gotten through it, and we're really good at solving problems. We've never gotten in a fight. We're communication's key.
It'll come.
Well, I think and it's nice with her being a psych major and me being very analytical and passive. Or not like I'm not passive aggressive. Like it's just I'm very kind of conflict resolution before anything starts.
Yeah.
We just talk about anything before it. Like we've had times where we kind of like stress each other out, but we just immediately talk about it. Like we've already just kind of adopted that whole philosophy of never go to bed angry.
Honestly, out of everybody that I've hung out with, you're probably one of the few people I've never, ever had a fucking issue with. And that's saying something, because I can find issues with about pretty much anything.
Fuck you, crippled piece of shit!
Right?
I think it's because, like, I'm never... Like, I'm just not one to try to intentionally offend anybody. And, like, I'll admit when I'm wrong, too. Like, if I actually offended you, I'd apologize, give a sincere apology, and I'd be like, sorry, and won't do it again. And, but then I'm just kind of like that, retarded puppy you find on the side of the road. You just can't get mad at me. All you want to do is fucking feed me and just bring me home.
Right.
Which you've done.
Yeah.
Quite a few times. And, but yeah, no, I mean, and I don't talk to anybody from high school, but it's kind of weird because now my closest friends are all people that I actually, funny enough, went to high school with. I mean, you remember Zach Byers, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got all my closest friends and stuff, but I mean, and it's weird because like we would hang out in high school and stuff, but we weren't actually super super close in high school, and but no, it's awesome. Just you grow up and
shit changes quite fast.
Yeah. But no, I'm glad I don't piss you off, because I know that's a pretty fucking easy thing to do.
Honestly, as I've grown older, it's gotten a lot harder just to upset me.
Yeah. Kind of hard.
Probably because I've been through so much,
Yeah. I think one thing that's nice, too, is just you and I can just fucking
sit and chew the fat and...
We can like dish shit, but we can take it. That's
Yep.
That's the thing. Like we can take shit as like you can fucking give me shit all you want, and it's not gonna fucking phase me, and vice versa. And I think that's awesome too. I love friendships like that where you can just fucking rip each other's assholes apart.
Speaking of which, folks, I think what we're gonna do with the Pokemon streams, we're gonna do one gym at a time, and then we'll move on to the next game.
That'd be good.
Because that way you guys aren't gonna get bored of the Pokemon. I get it, it's not the most exciting game out there.
Well, that's why we got conversations, too.
Yeah.
Here's one. Would you rather...
Oh, boy.
Okay. Come fireworks or come confetti?
Do the fireworks explode immediately?
Boom goes the dynamite.
Alright, so I'd go confetti, because then I could yell, surprise!
Okay. Here's one. Would you rather have to watch your parents have sex every day for the rest of your life, or you join in once to make it stop?
I don't know about that one. That's... I think I'd rather watch for the rest of my... because after that, it'd be like, I can't even talk to you people. I can't do it.
Okay, here's one. Would you rather every time you orgasm during sex, your penis inverts and comes inside of your intestine, so eventually you shit out your nasty smegma, or every time you have to shit for the rest of your life, it's big black dicks?
I take huge shits now, so I'd probably do the second one.
Okay, I think I'd do the second one as well. But,
just because I don't like shit fucking around with my dick.
Inverts into a vagina, you're turning into...
Alright, would you rather go on a date with Caitlyn Jenner, go all the way...
I got memes for Caitlyn Jenner because we've had Caitlyn Jenner featured in her videos before too, so this is great.
Or would you rather spend a night with Trump while all he does is talk just like this? And he pauses the entire time, so it takes him like an hour to finish a sentence.
So what was the first option?
To go on a date and go all the way with Caitlyn Jenner, or spend a night with Trump where he's just continuously talking and it like random shit makes no sense, no, like literally just annoying. What?
Hey.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm good.
You have to answer the question.
Thank you. Ugh.
People.
I know.
This is not the time right there.
What's the piece of mail?
Chase, it's a summer work opportunity.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From who?
I don't know. Just says summer work opportunity in Queens.
Okay.
So,
Full night with Caitlyn Jenner plus all the way
yep.
as a date, or spend a night with Trump rambling while pausing.
Wait,
every word.
is it like do I have to like have sex with Jenner and then spend the night?
Mm-hmm. Full cuddles and everything.
No, is this like okay? So and then a whole night with Trump. So is that list like 12 hours from like 6 p.m.
24 whole hours.
24? That's not a night, man. That's like night and day. Can I sleep at all during it? I gotta stay up. I'm still gonna take Trump.
Oh, I think I'd shoot myself on both of them after a while.
I think I could put up with Trump talking for 24 hours. I mean,
I don't know. For me, it's like 3 minutes of listening to him talking. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, I've been stuck in waiting rooms long enough at the VA where I've had to watch Fox News for like 3 hours, and it's just nothing but Trump talking like this.
Okay, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Best thing ever. It's huge.
We're gonna make them do what we want, okay?
I'm getting away from you guys.
Why?
Have a good night.
Love you.
Love you.
I have the TV.
Thanks for the Wendy's. But, yeah. Fucking crazy.
I would not want to spend any time with either one of those individuals.
I guess I would have to pick Trump. Okay. Would you rather eat out, and I've asked Zach this one before.
Oh boy.
You have to totally muff dive Caitlyn Jenner's growler for a solid 30 minutes, or eat out Susan Boyle's asshole.
Is there a third option?
Third option is just do both.
Ugh. I'd probably have to go to the asshole one, just because, yeah, no.
You gotta tongue punch the fart box?
Tongue punch the fart box.
Okay. Alright. Oh, man.
God damn it.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I wouldn't go it. Jesus. No. I'm so impatient.
Alright, I'm trying to think of another one.
So impatient. You're gonna have to edit this part out.
Would you rather swim in a pool of all your ex-girlfriend's piss and period blood,
Block.
or have to eat a bowl of your shit every single day for 5 years?
Eat a bowl of my shit because I'm pretty sure some of my exes have some diseases that I'd like to avoid.
What does that say about you? I mean, do you have anything?
Nope.
Am I going to get hepatitis just by sharing a microphone with you?
No.
Put a condom on the mic?
No,
Did you know that in the Navy they put condoms on their mics when they're on aircraft carriers?
that doesn't shock me.
Well, it's like to keep them from like getting wet and stuff.
Makes a lot of sense because the salt water would,
Mhm.
just a breeze would kill the mics. And that shit ain't cheap to fix.
Yeah. But it's like a legitimate thing that they do.
Would you rather take part in the, the Stephen King book, The Running Man? Where you can't go under a certain mile per hour, otherwise you die?
Oh, yeah.
Or would you rather, I had to think of this, have to run a 5K marathon for a year of your life? Like every day you have to do a 5K.
I could do the 5K because I mean, running with the Running Man thing, like you'd never be able to stop. You wouldn't be able to sleep. Like you.
No, eventually though it would be over because you have to just survive everybody else.
I don't think I could do. I could do a 5K every day for what is it for a year?
For a year.
Oh, I could do that. 5K is nothing because 5K is only like what 2.5 miles.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, shit. I did that. I pretty much did that every day, anyways, for 2 years. So. Yeah, no, I mean, shit, yeah, that's what I did in the Air Force. Because, like, when I go to the gym, I usually do, like, a 5-mile warm-up. So, because running's the easiest thing to do, and I've always loved running.
I cannot run for shit.
Yeah, no, I always loved running. I couldn't do it competitively. I tried cross country when I was in high school, and it's not that I was bad at it. It was boring as shit, and I was so impatient.
You didn't pace yourself very well.
Well, like, I'd pace myself. It's just, I was bored, because I'm just like, oh, there's a tree. There's a tree.
There's another tree.
Yeah, there's a tree.
Oh, look, some traffic.
Oh, look, 2 deer fucking. You know.
Whee!
I mean,
Best sight ever.
but, like, no, like, around this neighborhood and stuff, like, I used to run, like, all down that cul-de-sac and everything, and down around, through Hallett to the party store back and everything, and, you know, and that whole round thing would be about 2 miles, and, so I would do that a lot. But, yeah, especially like before I left for the Air Force, I would do that as a workout and stuff. But, so yeah, I could definitely do 5K every day for a year. Actually, if anything, that'd probably be good for me.
I don't know. I think I'd probably try to take part in a Running Man because I'm extremely competitive. And eventually my ass would get tired of trying or having guns aimed at me, so I'd probably try to get those guns and kill everybody that were trying to kill me.
Now, do you have to run faster than everybody, or?
No, you just have to stay above that certain MPH.
Okay.
And I think it's like 7 or something like that. It's a low number.
Okay. Oh, killed that guy.
Oh, yeah, he was done for.
Okay, I'm trying to think of another, I'll have to look these up.
There should be an app or something.
I've been going to BuzzFeed for 17 fucking disgusting questions of Would You Rather.
Oh my god.
So, number 1. Would you rather drink a pint of your enemy's pee while they look you in the eye, or eat a bowl of your own shit while everyone you've ever dated watches?
Second one, just because I'm a prideful motherfucker. Or you know what? If I drank the piss, that might intimidate my enemies.
Here's one. Every time you shit, shards of glass come out and make your ass bleed. Every time you pee, you have to wipe with shards of glass. Or I guess for men, every time you pee, it's shards of glass.
I'd have to take this shit.
Yeah, shit, shards of glass. Because, I mean, that's like kidney stones. Would you rather have a vagina on your forehead or penises going up and down your back like a stegosaurus?
You know what? I'd rock the penises. Alright, folks, so we beat the first gym. Brock got his ass all whooped. Any thoughts on how far we've made it so far?
I haven't even been paying attention, honestly. What Pokemon you got so far?
Oh, that's a good question. I got
Sheila,
a Pidgey.
Neela, Bert, Sting, and Queef Punch.
We've got Squirtle,
Wait,
Pidgey.
isn't Weedle just like... Because Caterpie's just an evolved version of Weedle, isn't it?
No. Caterpie's a old different one. Weedle's a poison type and Caterpie is not. Bert, Neela, and Sting. Sting's a Caterpie or a Weedle, Caterpie, Rattata, Pidgey, and Squirtle. But this is where we're gonna end this video. We'll save it. We got 55 minutes. That's a good lengthy video.
Oh yeah, that's a really good lengthy video. So, alright guys. Where'd my mouse go?
It's right there. Oh, it's gone.
I need it on
And it's gone.
the other side of the screen. Okay. Well, that's it for us guys. We got more videos to record tonight, but damn, that was a lot of fun with Pokemon.
Yeah.
And we'll keep doing some Would You Rathers, and let us know some Would You Rathers in the comments, and you know, and give us some ideas, and we'll give you a shout out in the video. Yeah. So I think that's
it.
that's about it for right
Ta-da!
now. Ta-da! So.
Now fuck off.